Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. Today is Thursday, July 22nd, 2010, and like we do every night, it's time to look at the charts. All right, let's start off looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's had a 201 point advance today. Looks pretty cool if you're just looking at price activity. But if you look at the gap today and the weak volume that's consistently a telltale sign of a fake advance, then you know that this is not to be trusted. And in fact, it's an attempt to, it's basically a trap. It's a market rally designed to catch the eye of people who don't know any better and get them to buy in, and then you tank it again. We've seen this before again and again and again. Also, if you notice this candlestick formation here on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, looks very, very bullish. You know, you can barely see the gap at all. Now let's go look at the NASDAQ. Okay, this is the NASDAQ chart, a 6-month chart. These candlesticks 1 day, and here you go. The 58-point rally today in the NASDAQ, and more than half of it was a gap up. Absolutely nasty. And we had a gap right here that had to get filled, so that made sense for the advance there, but not the way it does it. I mean, this is a big signal to you that this is a fake move to the upside. You've also got one down here as well. So you've got a low volume advance like we've seen before, and lots of gaps below, all telltale signs of a fool's rally. You also notice we're getting back up here to the 80 line. We talked about this a couple days ago where they didn't have to necessarily advance to the 80 line and then pull back down. They could advance to the 80 line and then bounce around for a while like we've seen before they end up breaking down anyway. Okay? So keep it sharp eye on that. Even if you're a bull in this market, this should give you pause. If it doesn't, you've not been trading long enough. That right there is a major telltale sign that this is not right. It's not proper. Also, the low volume is not proper. Okay. Again, I'd like to point out we are swing traders, not day traders. And that basically means we're not focused on the current move. The current move is doing this. We don't really care. We're looking for an entry point on the short side for this move to the upside because we're looking at the second move, the next move coming, which is this. Okay? So that's more important to us. That's what we're doing here. And we always try to time our entry into those shorts when the slow stop pulls up at the 80 line, which we'll have this one there tomorrow. So be eyeballing that. Quick look at the S&P 500. You'll notice we've got the same gap condition right there. Low volume rally, all the same signs. This one's already at the 80 line. And basically, you want to be looking for short opportunities in this market. If you're a swing trader looking for not the current move, but the next move, then you'd be looking for stocks that are already out there, already primed for shorts. And we list one of those every night that could be a trade opportunity. And we've got one tonight that's going to fall in our top pick. It's so pretty. I'm going to put it in my top pick list, and that's going to be, if you can go there to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, and it's 100% free. Check it out, and they'll be listed there for you tonight. Also, I want to point out that this signal that you have here, this candlestick, looks very bullish, and it looks very bullish on the S&P, looks very bullish on the Dow Jones, looks very bullish on the NASDAQ. But when we cross-reference that with the VIX, which should show the exact opposite, as the VIX runs the opposite of the overall markets, we don't see that. So let's have a look at it real quick. Okay, if today's candlestick was all, really bullish on the Dow and really was that bullish, we should see a very bearish candlestick on the VIX, but we don't. We get a hammer formation still holding support above the 200-day moving average, looking quite bullish, just like it was earlier when we were buying in here. So, and again, you've got another big old gap right here that's got to fill, and another big one right here that's got to fill. Nothing there that's concerning for me on the bull side of the VIX, which would be the bear side of the overall market. So keep that in mind as well. And I'd be looking for the VIX or the VXX on the long side. The more oversold it got, the more I'd want it. Okay, quick look here at the FTSE 6-month chart. Each candlestick is 1 day, and all of a sudden we've been saying for I'd say months now that the FTSE is the weakest chart that we monitor, and all of a sudden it's turned into the strongest chart we monitor. I don't think so. The problems have not been resolved. The fundamental problems have not been resolved at all. This is, again, like we pointed out earlier this week, absolutely due to the news that is coming out. Okay, that is all this is short-term news. Keep an eye on this. If you rally up here another day or two, and start looking for these inverted hammers to start showing up. When you start seeing those, you'll be looking for me to stick another red arrow on it. Okay, that's the death cross, as you were. You'll notice we're already in it from this point as soon as you hit here. So now we're just waiting for that telltale inverted hammer. Okay. If you've not been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. 100% free. All we ask in return is you refer a friend. Very cool, very easy. And like I said, we are going to issue another top pick tonight. We don't do this very often, but whenever we see a chart we just can't pass up, we have to list it. And that will be on our website tonight for everyone's review. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at our disclaimer. The disclaimer, read it and weep. I'll see you all on Friday in our live trading course tomorrow morning. And that's about it. Enjoy the evening.